obviously. Look at the next thing. How do you suppose this happened? The pipe, sir? This thing in my hands as used at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out of my hand when her soft projectile she did, yes. When I went to go pick up this thing up, it was broken in two. I guess I can see a sponge to that sort of damage. The pipe was broken? Never been sent fighting unless it was hit by something pretty soft. Solid. No, I managed to bandage this whole thing up for now. You don't want to still get, don't you, dear? Take it.
Objection!
Very well, fire pipes as well as hot may be broken. Similar with parts, but none with the small attachment. Indeed, pharmacists might say. Let's examine the pipes, huh? I don't see why not. Your wife is about to murder you. This trinket inside this silent room on the pipe there. Yes, saw it. I'm stuck in there, I think. Let's not give it a shot. What's this? I'm a metal. It's the tip of a blade or something. Tip of a blade. Surely couldn't be. Open that case. Some more pieces of evidence again. Yes, a knife. Oh, it's just a tip. One piece is basically missing. If part was missing, it could be wrong, but just got a feeling. Remember this? Ah, that's maybe. It's a perfect fit. Somehow I knew just then. It's a point for you that the press will turn down. Oh no, it's fine.
Hold it!
Oh. Coffee, you see, pipes and whatnot, fishing tack, you know, that sort of thing. Well, sure, I like to carve little wooden trinkets too. You're always losing knives about the place, what doesn't those things? You sell them at the market sometimes, trading for a PS19. Needless to say, I'm shopping them up. But to use two knives at mere time, two instead of a knife and a fork. There's proof.
Objection!
Goodness, my visual friend. It's very sad, but it's that the accused is not responsible for the attack. It's not a dream. The sword wizardry actually really exists. Won't touch anything. They leave behind unique patterns of sin, so they say. Can't see anything. Well, those so-called fingerprints can be used as evidence. Looks on how it's currently discussing the matter at the Ministry of Justice. Yes, we were reporting the error of some legal method of investigation. For now, we shall find an alternative method for our citizens. But trying to straight up, what is the plot? Okay, I found it.
Objection!
God damn it. Wrong statement.
Objection!
Oh, God. I might lose this because I want to pro these because I keep losing the wrong thing. Okay. They want proof, right? They want proof. Let's see if this is proof.
Objection!
There we go. What's it up? Can I ask you to take a look at this, please? I can ask, but I can say barely thing. You can't? You used to call me Did I Die back in the enrichment course, but that was something time ago. But even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days. I'm struggling to see a B or a D or a P or a Q, to be honest. Oh, he does dare me. It's really rather wearing being asked by every other letter in every word. But still be very dusty. What is that? A tiny piece of metal? Yes, it was like from the tip of a blade. And what may appear at first to be a scrap, in fact, includes a piece of evidence. Interesting. Where does defense come up with this evidence? Flaws in the chamber of Mrs. Boavi's pipe. A pipe, you say? By Joel, how did I get there? What precisely does this fragment of metal sound like, Council? Something that is some way related to the matter of stabbing by a road? I am. What? Put together with another piece of evidence already in the court record, you decide fragment of metal will unveil the whole truth of the case, my lord. We are confident in showing the statement, Counsel. Very well then, present the primary evidence on the court.
Take that!
This is enough that was found on the victim's back. Look closely, you will see that there's a small piece of at the tip of the blade that's missing. Issue with the inferior blade so that don't save your street markets. Criminals will use them regularly tips lodged into the victim's bones. And what of this particular knife? But that its tip has suffered a similar fate, now lingering somewhere near the spine of the victim.
Objection!
No, that's not the case. Tip of this particular blade is the same very fragment of metal we used to scalpel in the chamber of the pipe. Good grief. Oh, Sykes. I don't believe it! The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal are a perfect match! Good. Oh, gracious! Order! Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery? This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle. A miracle? Trade that has any. Counselor, maybe there's a sword in the conscience at once. Yes, my lord. Because when did the fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Scott's pipe? This was clear for us in the most recent his testimony. I had issues of the same own thought. Not clean out one a soft projector she did, yes. But I've never been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Hearing me. During the argument between these two that occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below, Scott flung this knife at her husband. However, the knife missed Mr. Scott, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the time, which caused the tip to break off, of course. My lord. Yes, that is when the tiny tip of the blade Finding straight inside Mr. Skull pipe. Then she's like, oh, million to one! And yet there's no other credible explanation for how the tip of the blade ended in your pipe. Then after losing its tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and flew out the window, open window. In short, this knife which fell from the window of his house is the very same knife that struck the victim in the middle of the back of this blow. Gosh, oh dear. Oh. Wow, they had to use a box to put her up there. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm blessed with of similarly traveling points, possibly going to create an almost passable vintage. I mean to trust my friends. Constant characteristic in his approach to bottling his occupants. Sorry. Oh, it's just a theory. The bottle I feel is corked. Because you see, it's spoiled by original insistence. What? It's become to identify. It's good for money. Oh, with the knife planted in the middle of her back. Yes, in her. Right. See, little man. Well, what are you getting so excited about? Consider the base effect case for a moment. The victim was looking up, falling from above. That's why he could have planted herself on the victim's back. No. The book fell out first, right? So she might have picked up the book, reached down, and that's when the knife stabbed her. Tucked her on the top of her head. It's history. I want to sin. They withstand. Sato. No one missed this, Nando. Cut off guard, that's all. Your mind went blank. We've had you on the and crack. The way but since the key is from sure. It's all the information you need. No, it's not.
Objection!
It's a test. Yes. That fell the victim from above. There's no way it could have hit her in the middle of her back. Under normal circumstances, that is. But you apply. Counselor. There's a piece of evidence in the courtroom that can explain this sensibly. And how the knife that fell from above could pierce the victim's back. Well, we have the answer. Oh, madness. It's the book.
Take that!
This the fourth book found in the first scene. The final piece of evidence the defense would need to present. But book? Is that Mr. God book? Yes, understand its significance. We have to consider how it came to be at the scene in the first place. This photograph clearly print shows the book in question. The victim holding it in her hands. We all know now was comfort that put the book between her fingers like that. But so, it's probably also transporting the crime scene. It's true, however. Part of his testimony, Constable Beaton made an extremely enlightening statement on that point. That put her victim's hand. Oh, well, it's because that's how I found it. The first went over the scene. The victim was already holding the book. So when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand. In other words, the victim already picked up the book in her own violation. And clearly, that must have been before she suffered the knife through. To say so, being back by enough, I would imagine she had been doing much of anything. The question becomes, why did the victim have that book in her hand? By Jingo! I think I'm beginning to see what might have happened now. Dearie me. You know, the book fell from the top floor of the house on the pavement below, precisely the moment the victim was walking past. Yes, the exact moment. That woman was walking along the street in the white fog, and all of a sudden, the book fell right in front of her. The book I threw. Yes, Mr. Skull. What do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly a book landed in front of you on the pavement? I can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down and picked the book up. Yes, the exact moment. In fact, yeah, what the woman did. She picked up the book. Heavens! And when the woman reached down to pick the fallen book up, what position would her back have been in? That's right, facing the sky, completely, utterly defenseless. Then, the very moment when the woman was still bent over, pick up the book. The next after fell from the woman above, the jackknife straight into the middle of her back. And at the same time, walking by chance directly behind Miss Green, the defendant, Mr. Sokanasi. Well, I never. What appeared to Nasumi is that the woman simply collapsed on the floor. In the dark and the fog, you didn't see the knife falling on her from above. And from the other direction, the constable's wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker. There never was a real culprit to run from the scene in the first place. No, there was nothing more than a series of unlucky events that accumulated in the unfortunate accident. And that is the real truth behind this case. Wow, what's Mr. Gober? My physicians. I wonder if perhaps it might have been something like that. That'll be. What was this? Of course, I never meant for anything to happen, but it was all my fault, wasn't it? I take full responsibility. I let my anger get the better of me. I threw that book. I threw that knife as well. Daughter dear. John dear. So I know. I'm so sorry. Truly. Sorry. That's not good for your knee, man. That's not good for your knee. It says, news of Mrs. Grant taken to the form. It appeared that sedation had left her in a seriously flustered state. However, I believe she recovered in due course. There's no cause for concern. Yes, most of themselves, they caused what could have easily been a trouble tragedy. We shall have prepared ourselves for the consequences of their action. There's some good news, my lord. Just have word from the hospital where the victim is being treated. Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctors believe she will gain consciousness soon. Strange, we've been talking about the victim all this time, but we've never once met her. Wonderful. The woman's out of danger, it seems. Yes, that's good news. So, Mr. Nurse, so. Yes. Fellow countryman, I would like to take this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from the distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies. No, it was me who should be begging your pardon. I'm not missing much. That evening, And the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes. I jumped to the wrong conclusion again. Am I confusing? What conclusion, sir? I was sure that woman was dead. Scuttle Beat said the same thing, didn't he? That he had been killed too. I suppose she must have looked completely lifeless. It's been about a year since I arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life. I cannot relax. I'm sure there are evil spirits lurking in the fog, like they're hunting me. So his imagination when he's got the better of him. This poor man. So what had happened? I thought the wrong woman had been taken by the fog spirits. I should have never dropped my box like that and run away. I should have called for help, for a doctor, for the police. Instead, I managed to create a way for the relationship of trust between our two empires. For that, I am truly sorry. Her husband took. One could indeed say the sort of merciless spirits have been working here. I think. One that created a chain of misfortune mishaps. We were fooled by the spirits and led to false conclusions. Thanks to Lord Zed and our young lawyer here for the East. That chain has now been broken. The spirits exercise. If they command you both. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's my lord. The including trial must ask one time for your consideration regarding the defendant's culpability. Are you ready to present your findings to the court? From the jury, I can show you we reach a fair and just conclusion. You declare the truth can be extremely cruel at times. Well, I suspect the woman next to the woman, that's for sure. Sitting in front of her being while she's out of action, you know. But I know what her decision would be. Does it mean I'll finally be able to get out there and work as well at about time? There, I have a cock of a story to tell the grandchildren when I get home one day. Very well, ladies and gentlemen from the jury, I hereby demand your final decisions. Foreman.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Give me that sweet non-guilty victory. I call that a win in my book. Now, Shu, not guilty. That was tight. That was tight. Finally, Mr. Nussman. Yes, sir. You're now free man once more. It's my hope that you continue to further the education for this culture. And may you never again be brought here before. Yes, sir, of course. All my life. I swear I'll never let set foot in a couple again. I'm 10.2 tears. Thank you, counselors. Court is adjourned. We made it. Locum. Wait, you mean me? Of course! There's another Locum here! Locum. Even one? The original Locum student, this your name has become quite short, hasn't it? What's wrong with my promotional name? Oh, at least I'm free. I'm free! Joyful, choices, jubilant, jubilation. Haiti, healthy, happiness, hooray! Oh, I'm pleased. Mr. Norris is delighted. You saw I just say that then? Come, you did it. You saved me from the brink. Well, what happened to the poor man who was in no way fault after all? Just got everyone can see that now. No, not that. Lovely local lawyer. Yes. I mean, as I said before, I have never got used to life here in Great Britain. Time I look over my shoulder, I see foreigners. I see towering brick buildings. From high up windows, I see them looking down on me, laughing. Look at that hunchback. Oh dear, I'm sure it was all in your head, Mr. Massey. But today, the local lawyer gave my looming gloom the boot. He stood firm behind the barrel bridge before all those babbling rich. He bowed to the bitter end, laying bare the wrathful truth. When I beheld the blinding fireworks among the beams of the Bradley roof, I bellowed, Behold, the best, brightest of ever born! Well, that's very flatly, but at least very peaceful. This has given me a wonderful insight to recount to my old friends back in Japan. An antidote? Is that what has become of my hard work? There you are, my dear fellows. Thanks for keeping you waiting. I was late this morning. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, what a pleasure to see you. See, I am here not very much too soon. If that's has been well, I'm glad to say. Oh? Child became certainly, Mrs. London. I wish you very best of luck. Just finished. What? No. Then my haste has been in vain. Ah! It's you. Sherlock Holmes! Oh, we met, sir? This is not missing. The menu west of... Ah, I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Previous encounters have taken place in the gloom. Neither of your bleak lodgings or that present time. Simply could not place that curious face in a light. Tell me. So you fuck off. You always have to go through this trouble, oh dear. I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. I feel like I should start talking like Brooke. You are being to me. Who abandoned that poor young lady and ran off for you, right? Yeah, she's been taken to the hospital originally. Maybe she would have regained consciousness by now. Oh, damn. It's unbelievable, I'm sure. We're all but human after all. Anyone who had been taken by such experience. I do feel very bad about how I behaved. But never mind then. What was it that you wanted to say to me, sir? Nothing. Ha ha ha! Besides, priceless. Oh, I'm sorry, really, but it was quite priceless. Or shocked you, sir. Still, on the bright side, you had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny. And it would seem you were not even found guilty. There's no bright side. What do you mean, Mr. Nussbaum? After all this, I'm still cursed by the spirits. And now by the Reaper. Ah, upsides. I'm forgetting, you know, that facing that man in court means you found not guilty. You're still doomed. We all went to me. Creepy appears trying to make trouble. I will protect you. Hope you execute Shintato takedown. Much as like I like being turned on my head, a bit of a warning might be nice next time, Miss Sasato. Oh, like the videos like I like a warning before you do these things to me. Did you do now? Something about recounting your experience to your friends back in Japan? Yes. It's already been a year since I arrived here in Great Britain. Present on university libraries books, I've been honored with tutelage of professors. Learned so much about the wealth of literature here, and the cities has shaped. I've come to realize that it's my calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it. It's very touching, Mrs. Nussbaum. Oh, and perhaps less fairy terms, you wish to draw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse. That's not it at all! The more I learn of literature, the more this strange feeling claws at my insides. I feel compelled to turn my books and attempt to paint a work of my own. Oh, I see. What kind of literature about yours can be interested in reading? But Mr. Soto yourself, Mr. Howard. Sorry, what about us? When you return to the Japan alongside your mustache compatriot, why would we? Week has not yet passed since we arrived in London. Not only does it feel as though we have finally found our feet, and you are accommodated in a hotel front, are you not? That's right, we need to find laundry before it bankrupts us. I calculate we only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget exhausted. Worth it. Could take my lodgings. Oh, the windowless room? but it lacks its windows. It's small, then makes up for the floor, a ceiling, and walls. Great. Of course, we have to leave behind the cures to evil spirits. Why, evil spirit? Yes, it tries to suffocate you while you sleep. It's a flammable wake-up call. Well, think about it if that's alright. It's like, yes, I don't really want to live in a house with evil spirits, but I think I'll feel more welcome to it. Consider taking lodging with me. Really? Well, it actually has completely presented itself. So it's up in the attic, I might add. You sure? It's such a storage loft. I spoke with the landlady this morning, and they might have a price. And Iris just cleaned the room as we speak. You must come at once. So I presume you have no luggage to speak of. Ah, this is simply wonderful. What an honor to be invited to take lodging into the great detective's office attic. I am too overcome for words. So just as we look somewhere else out then. And it's set up. I also prepare a welcome dinner with this evening. And you must come too, Mrs. Slitz. I insist. I don't know what to say, but thank you, and yes. Wonderful. There I go. Complete the paperwork for your formal release, Mr. Nussway. I shan't take long. He's happy. She gets to live with her favorite detective. Of course she would be happy. Welcome. I knew I wouldn't let me down, but I'm truly delighted to have you here in London. Likewise, Mr. Nussway. It's been a privilege meeting you here too. It's a shame that we're going to have to say goodbye so soon. Well, I couldn't realize I belong in Japan. Welcome. We'll meet again one day. Yes, I'm sure. Hopefully by then, I'll be a successful lawyer. Hopefully by then, I'll be a successful author. Oh, my dear fellow. A carriage appears to have arrived. There we go, Mr. Nanohundra. Yes, Mr. Schultz. I don't doubt Miss Nassman will be released in time for dinner this evening. So, with some successfully established, we vote with the films for our new home at 2021 B Baker Street. For this. So a new office, yes. Our office? Oh, I like the sound of that. Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it? This comma is only a small step, but I like to think we're getting a little closer to our dream now. Oh dear fellows, do you like this place? I like him without his outfit. That's pretty sharp. Life for room is just show him our door. Good, I'm pleased to hear it. Iris and I'd like to welcome you. Everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. We'll eat as soon as Mrs. Nussman arrives. We have a lot to celebrate. Iris, you best let me help you. Alright then, Susie. Be in charge of the salad. Splendid. How does this feel? Have your own office in the capital. Very exciting, actually. Can't help wondering what adventures will next. There's a spicy in my center when I first established my office at these premises. I discovered the dark truth about the city of London. Sorry. London is a glorious place full of wonder, opportunity, and prosperity, and myth. With the brightest of lights, past the darkest of shadows. Shadows, what do you mean? Well, I believe you are aware of the murkiness that lies behind this arcade already. So, once again, Mr. London. Welcome to London. The good and the bad, the evil and the light. And the heroism. Because we spoke one along from my tomb and came to lift the arcade and see the truth beneath the murky that lie behind it. The end. Landed in London. Alright, folks, it's about 9-ish. I think I want to end